Hey, Tristan, you've gone against the best in the league this year. I'm wondering what the discussion is with your offensive line with respect to this Redskins defensive front. They have, I think like 4 or 5 first-round picks.
Yeah, they're pretty good front four, or five of them, including Ryan Kerrigan. So we're gonna have to come out and do our job. I don't think we're really treating it much different than any other week. We're preparing for to go out there and protect Tom and run the football. But I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of good matchups along the front. It's gonna be fun.
What if you started your career never having had a single preseason game, anything, just jumped right in. Now you go to the postseason. Have you gotten any advice about what this experience will be like when you're in the postseason? What the game is like?
I think a lot of guys just said don't take it for granted, because like Levante, he's been
right
in the league 9 years, never been to the playoffs. So being able to go to the playoffs your first year, just make the most of it. Go out there and don't hold nothing back. There's no reason to. So I think that's been the biggest thing is just enjoy it, soak it all in, give it your all.
Thanks.
Yep.
We'll go over to Greg Allman.
Tristan, you've played every snap this season, first 16 games. I just want to ask you how normal this feels to be an NFL tackle now. To any adjustment you had, I think you've already made. Are there still new things you're encountering, or do you feel like you've put yourself in a position to expect what's coming?
I think yeah. There's always stuff. Somebody will throw something at you. You're like, oh, like what was that? But I think for the most part, you get pretty settled in and. You do what works for you. I think a big thing that I've come to realize is just I got to go out there and like play my game. I don't want to go out there and really. Oh, that's kind of tough to say. Like I don't want to go out there and change, for anyone. Like I got to do what works for me. But yeah, I think we're 17 weeks in now. I'm settling in, just just trying to do my job.
Thanks, Tristan.
Yep.
I'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Tristan, if my memory serves me correctly, did you play against Montez Sweat in the Outback Bowl when Mississippi State and Iowa played?
I did. Yep. That was, what was that, 2018?
2018 season. Yeah. What do you recall from that matchup and going against him?
I remember him having really long arms and being really fast. But no, that was a fun game getting to go against him, because I remember it being my sophomore season, getting to go against, a premier edge rusher like that. I was like, oh, this is a big game, this is a big game for me. But yeah, it was awesome. He's a great edge rusher. Yeah, like I said, he's super long, super fast, so he uses that to his advantage. But yeah, that was a good game.
And then from playing him a couple years ago in that bowl game to now what you see on tape, how would you describe his game?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think so watching him in college, he seemed like he used hands a lot more. Like I don't want to say like faster, but because I know he's still pretty fast, but I think he's transitioned to a little bit more of a power rusher now. But that's been the biggest thing. I remember like his first step still looks the same, which was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird, when I first watched it on film. But he's got good get off. But I think now he uses that length a little bit more.
Thank you, Tristan.
Go over to Jenna.
Hey, Tristan, kind of along those same lines, what jumps out at you when you watch Chase Young on tape?
I think just how athletic he is. I think that they got like a good 1-2 punch with Chase and Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat, he's more of a power rusher, and Chase does. He throws a lot of moves at you, tries to bend that edge. I think that's another big thing too. When he's coming around that, if you bubble him and he's coming around the edge, he can dip down low and he does a good job keeping his toes pointed at the quarterback. But yeah, they're both really good rushers. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so many people that have kind of talked about this game have talked about that, you know, it could very well be one that really is won in the trenches with you guys and what you're doing up front. You've kept Brady upright, especially a lot recently, and then against that group of guys with their pass rush. And then you hear Chase Young making comments, I want Brady, I want Brady. What does that do for you? I know you don't tend to get too involved with kind of the trash talk, but what does that do for you getting ready for your first playoff game?
Oh boy. I don't really know. Honestly, like I'm just gonna go out there and, you know, do my job. Like it's to protect Tom. Yeah, you said like I'm not a very good trash talker. I can't do it. I don't know. So yeah, it was a bunch of people were asking me yesterday if I got like riled up by it, if I was gonna be like, oh, like, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I know how to do and give good attitude and effort, and we'll be all right.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll go over to Steve Isbitz.
Tristan, do you think this season has been a little bit easier for you physically than you expected? It seems like you haven't even been banged up all year.
Yeah, knock on wood. You got wood? You got to knock on wood. Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. You know, thankfully I have nothing. I haven't really got hurt too bad or nothing. I was thinking like, you know, it being an NFL schedule, like a lot more games that I was going to be just hurting like crazy, which, you know, it is a long season. You know, you get a little worn down, but I was just in my head, like playing it up a lot more. You know, I thought I was going to be like just down bad, but yeah, thankfully, you know, it's been, you know, I've been able to stay healthy, and it's been good.
And anything different in this week in practice, being that it's the playoffs, and anything feel different to you?
No, not really. Still woke up at the same time. You know, we still came to work, had meetings and everything. I think might have been, you know, guys might have been a little bit more like mentally locked in, because we're not, you know, you don't want to go out and, you know, have crazy amount of contact, you know, in week 18. But I thought it felt the same.
Thanks.
Yep.
Time for a few more. We'll go over to Luke Easterling.
Tristan, I know Rick kind of alluded to this earlier, how interesting it is that you're going to play a playoff game before you ever play a preseason game. But in terms of this rookie season, and really just the rookie class in general, you guys have been through such a unique experience. Do you feel like there's anything in particular that you personally or any rookie will be able to take from this season because of what you guys had to overcome and the strangeness of all these protocols and everything going through the rest of your career, I guess?
Man, I just think, you know, this whole class, you know, it's just something about overcoming adversity, because I remember, you know, over the summer, nobody knew when we were going to report. It was just like kind of stop and go. You're like, you thought you heard about a date. We're going to come down. And they're like, nope. And then they're like, oh, we're coming next week. Nope. So it's just all that. And then, you know, no preseason games, no, you know, a weird like camp deal. So I just think it, you know, just overcoming adversity. You know, a lot of guys are doing really well. So it's cool to see that.
And then you guys are playing obviously on Saturday instead of a Sunday, but you guys have also played on pretty much every day you can possibly play a game this season. You played Thursday, Monday, Sunday, and you just played a Saturday game a couple weeks ago. Do you feel like that kind of better prepares you guys for the routine of going through this week, knowing you're playing a day early, basically?
Yeah, you know, I think it's nice. I think it's nice that, because we played a Saturday game before. Sorry, I wish you could see all these guys.
This is gonna come get a workout in.
I do. I got to get a pump, but that's our. So something about a Saturday game. Yeah, we haven't played one before. We know what the schedule's like. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Thanks, Tristan.
All right.
Pump time.
Thanks, guys.